Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Kind Inside the Treatment Room. Today, I'm joined by Nedahl, who is the founder of Recreation Beauty, which is a brand leading the way in redefining fragrance through a clean, low-tox lens. Together, we explore what's really behind the beauty industry, the hidden impact of conventional products, and how shifting to more intentional choices can transform not only your skin, but your overall health. If you've ever questioned what you're putting in your body, this episode is for you. Nedahl, huge welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. This is so exciting.
Are you excited for your facial?
I'm beyond excited. It's such a bonus.
Love it.
Yeah.
We are going to be specialising your skin today with all of the MV skincare range.
Amazing.
So it's a very reparative and restorative range. So you will just feel so plump and hydrated after this for sure. So for those that don't know, when there is like a fragrance or perfume label on a product's ingredients list, whether it be in perfume or in skincare and cleaning products, candles, that one labeled ingredient could contain 100 plus chemicals within that name. Because it's trademarked, the brand doesn't need to provide the ingredients that make up that fragrance, which I get to an extent, but within that ingredient could be so many harmful endocrine disrupting ingredients. So I want to talk more about the lack of ingredient transparency. We do want to protect the brand's trademark. As I said, that is important because there's little trade secrets in there. But I feel strongly in the fact that if there are harmful ingredients within that label, they should be told about. They should be identified. Do you agree with that?
Yes. That's really, such a big problem with perfume. And I can see where the fragrance companies are wanting to safeguard their IP because of all of the dupes that are out there. It's one of those things that it is a huge problem in the industry if you're creating fragrance. But at the same time, consumers really have the right to know what they're putting on their skin. And I think particularly with harmful ingredients, a lot of the fragrances were formulated like back in the 1950s and 1960s. And, we've come such a long way since then that there are other ingredients that you can use that don't harm your endocrine, or you can just leave those ingredients out and substitute them for another one.
Yeah.
Just because we've been doing something for 50 years doesn't mean it's right and doesn't mean we should continue.
No, exactly.
It's kind of like microwave dinners in the 70s. Everyone got really excited about them, and then actually they're not very good for you. We shouldn't, we shouldn't continue doing those. Yeah. So there are so many harmful ingredients in fragrance under that parfum label. There are a lot more regulations coming in now as well. Like a lot of the agencies are actually wising up. Everyone has to list allergens now, which is, well, only in some markets actually. Sorry, not all markets.
Not all markets.
Yeah, but we do obviously. And they're ingredients that might cause a reaction.
Yeah.
And that's not saying you're going to get a reaction. That's just if you're allergic to these ingredients, you might get a reaction. But the ones to watch out for in fragrances that are particularly harmful are phthalates, which I think a lot more people know about now. Phthalates, they're endocrine disruptors. But the other one, there are another two in perfume that I think are prevalent in almost every fragrance. And one is harmful synthetic musks.
Yeah.
So they are also endocrine disruptors, and they're in everything from your laundry powder to your fine fragrance. So they're huge in the fragrance industry. And the other one is BHT, which is only really used in small amounts, but it's still on the list of endocrine disruptor / could cause harmful diseases list.
Yes, okay.
So we leave those things out, and we've just had to kind of find other ingredients to use that give the same or a similar scent profile without harming your endocrine system.
It's interesting that you say that, because I think a very interesting topic for listeners is fragrance and hormones. There are certain fragrance chemicals that can interact with our endocrine system, right, which regulates our hormones. And this shows up so clearly when we have an emotional connection to a particular scent, because smells, fragrances, they're all connected to the endocrine system. So how does Recreation Beauty ensure that they aren't using chemicals that are negatively gearing our endocrine system?
So we make sure we follow all of the latest research. And if something even has, so there are some ingredients that are definitively linked to disrupting your endocrine system, which we definitely don't use. But even if there is something that the scientists are not, the science are not sure, they're not sure about yet. They're like, this may cause, they're not 100% sure whether it does or whether it doesn't. There's no research for it, but there's no research against it either.
Okay.
We don't use those either, like just in case, because just because something isn't banned now, it's not to say it won't get banned in the future. There are honestly ingredients being banned all the time.
Exactly, because there's constant testing being done.
It's constant. And I think regulations are a lot more strict now than they were in the 70s. So we just make sure we leave those out. And like, as I said, it's 2026. Like, we should be able to find other ingredients that we can use
100%.
that don't harm our health. Like, why are we harming our health for beauty's sake? I just don't understand. That's not health. It's not optimum health in the end.
No.
Which really is what counts. And I get that when you're younger, you don't really think about these things.
You don't, no.
Because, you think you're invincible and the rest of it. So, as soon as you get just even slightly wise, or if something happens, you're like, actually, this is really harming my body. I shouldn't be using this. And it's beauty. It's the opposite of bad health.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I
just counterintuitive.
I don't see how we've accepted compromising our health for beauty's sake.
No.
And clean isn't a compromise anymore. So, back 20, 30 years ago, sure, you couldn't find a fragrance that was clean and beautiful and luxurious, but now you can.
Now you can.
So
available.
And we're just exposed to so many of these chemicals and ingredients that are harmful to us in every other aspect of our life. So like from carpets to plastics to rubber to like everything that every other surface has been treated with that we can't control.
Yes.
And this is one of those things that we can control. So why wouldn't we? I just think like if your aim should be to reduce your toxic load. Because toxic load leads to inflammation, which leads to a myriad of diseases.
It's just a knock-on effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fascinating because so many people assume natural perfume, it's a simple concoction of essential oils, right? But it's actually so much more complex than that. How do you guys hand select scents? Because if anyone listening has ever smelt the Recreation Beauty line, they are phenomenal. One of my favorite perfumes and fragrances.
Yeah, so we work with perfumers. So they are master perfumers. They do fragrances worldwide. They are like experts in their field, and even trying to convince these people to work with us in the beginning was crazy because they didn't kind of want to not use all of those harmful ingredients.
Ooh, okay.
So it took me ages to find people who would work with us. And then once we got a little bit bigger, we then, the door kind of opened for me to work with bigger perfumers. And, I had a wider variety of people to choose from, which was fantastic. And we just make sure that they leave the things that we don't want to put in the fragrances out. So we make sure our fragrances are made with botanical extracts and they use resins, tinctures, like there's so many different extracts from a flower and its root and its plant and its leaf, and it's like there's technology now. It's just getting so good. There's technology where you can actually capture the smell of the taste, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does, yeah.
And the way they capture it is they literally have these kind of capture, like not like, but picture a net where they're opening. So say you peel a banana and if you put something over it, they can capture that scent and like extract it and put it into a perfume. So as technology has gotten better, we're able to do more and more and use more extracts.
Because you are right, the way that the botanical is extracted it does slightly change the way that that botanical smells, doesn't it?
Well, exactly. And the things like, I mean, this is a very old ingredient, but a traditional ingredient in fragrance, orris, which comes from the iris flower. And that's actually from the root of the plant, not from the flower.
Ah,
Yeah. So it's
such a divine smell. Interesting. Okay. Well, you did list a couple of challenges that you've had to deal with. I think creating a fragrance range or any type of range is difficult enough, but creating a clean one, I feel, would have so many more challenges. What are other challenges that you've had to come across?
It's constantly a challenge, but honestly, it is getting easier because just awareness, I think, consumer awareness is growing. There are more brands now doing it as well. So I guess with the demand comes the supply.
Okay.
So it is getting a lot easier to create. But yeah, back in the beginning, because we were one of the first brands to do this, it was really tricky finding fragrance houses to work with, finding perfumers that would work with only clean ingredients. Not all of them wanted to do that because you have a lesser amount of materials to work with. And creating the scent is harder. That's why everyone uses those synthetic musks that are so harmful for you, because they're in such an easy way to get that kind of musky smell that everyone likes at the end of the perfume, and it also helps the perfume last a lot longer.
Yeah.
But they're the worst things for you.
That's really interesting to know. So what do you do then personally? Obviously you wear cleaner fragrances and perfumes. What else do you do personally to reduce your toxic load?
I mean, all of my skincare is clean.
Good.
Most of my makeup, the one thing with makeup that, although I have found a mascara now actually, but yeah, mascara used to be really hard to find. Now it's not.
Oh, there are so many. You should pop into Clean. They've got a really good range. I reckon you'd like the Agent Nature mascara.
Yes, I love that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really nice range. So you've got your beauty, your skincare. What else?
All of my cleaning products at home, particularly, I mean, my most recent one is the dishwasher tablet swap. Have you done that one?
Have you swapped it to the sheet?
Yeah.
Yes. My son does the dishes in our house. He's our little slave.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought home these sheets. He's like, what is this?
What are these?
It's a cleaner alternative.
Yeah. And because when you see all those ads that are coming up and they describe what's in them, you're like, oh, I can actually, you can almost taste it on your dishes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
You're like, oh, why didn't anybody tell me about this? And it's, yeah. So I think cleaning products are a really big one. And as I said, those synthetic musks are also in things like your laundry powder.
Yes.
Which is why there are a lot of people who are allergic to laundry powder, but it's not laundry powder, it's the synthetic musk in the fragrance.
Yeah. We were actually having this conversation this morning about like hotel bed sheets and Airbnb bed sheets and things like that because of the products that they use to wash their sheets.
Yeah.
So all of those things are accumulative, 100%.
And then, I mean, definitely tried to reduce my plastic as much as humanly possible. So glass kind of containers and things like that. I will literally, if I see a person, I used to work in a big corporate, and even like 15 years ago, if I would see a person warming their lunch up in the microwave in one of those thin plastic containers, I'd give them this big lecture about not heating food in plastic.
Sounds like a couple people I know. But a lot of people just don't know.
They just don't know.
They're like,
they don't
why
know.
would they produce something so harmful? It's like, well, that's just the marketing.
They just get away with what they can get away with.
Yes,
You know, everyone's just trying to get away with what they can get away with, basically. They're probably not doing it on purpose. They don't even realize either.
No.
And that's the issue. Oh, that feels so nice.
This is a beautiful 9 oil radiance. So we're going to pop this underneath your Kaolin clay mask. And then we'll do a little bit of gua sha. Have you ever done gua sha before?
Yes.
Yes. Isn't that lovely?
Is that a brush? Oh, it's so nice.
How's your skin feeling though? Good?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. We've just done a nice jojoba oil cleanse and then gone in with a cream cleanser. Once that mask is on, it will dry a little bit, so it can feel a bit tight in areas, but we won't let it set completely. And we're not going to cover the eyes or anything either. So the recreation line of fragrances is divine, but I must say these new mists that you've brought out are just phenomenal. One of my favorites is the Candy Vanille.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
But we've got so many people who love them. One of the other girls at Clean Beauty, her favourite's the Rogue vanilla.
Yeah.
And then the cocoa. Oh,
The coconut
the
is fantastic,
coconut.
isn't it?
It's so divine.
It's like it's a straight coconut, but not a straight coconut.
yeah, it's not sickeningly
It's not
coconutty.
yeah, and it's just got enough hints of everything else in it to make it a really special fragrance.
100%.
Yeah, I love that one. I mean, I've got teenage children, both girls.
Yeah.
And so they were just, I mean, they love our fragrances, obviously, but then they also wanted to get all of those other fragrances. And I was like, oh, I've got to be able to do something here. What
Is that
can
why
I do?
you created the body mist?
That was definitely the instigator.
Yeah.
Yes, because I was like, what can I give my girls that's a cleaner alternative? Because they wear fragrance to school. I mean, we didn't wear fragrance to school.
Yes.
So I was like, what else? What can I give them that is actually safe for them to wear on a daily basis? Because that's what they do. And all of their friends do too.
And why did you choose those scents? Like, did they have a little bit of design in the scents and fragrance that you brought out with those mists?
Oh, they definitely have their say, but I wouldn't say that they're leading anything. we always take what they say with a grain of salt. I'm like, yeah, sure, because they've changed their mind so quickly. They don't really know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I definitely test everything with them. Yeah, it's very cute. I mean, we just try so many scents. Like if you ever worked with us, we're literally trying like, I don't know, 20 cents a week, and just everyone's trying them in the office. And I always go, it's really funny to get people's first reactions and just to get that first moment of engagement with a scent.
And they're unisex as well. Like it's not just a female fragrance.
Yeah, then the fine fragrances are definitely. Yeah.
100%. Like we have so many men coming in. I think Undone is a really nice male fragrance.
Oh, it's my favorite scent. Oh, that's my daily scent.
Oh, is
I
it?
love that. Yeah.
There we go. We got the scoop there.
Yeah, that's my daily favorite. I love Undone. It is unisex as well. It's the perfect kind of fruity but woody and creamy but smooth. It's really chic.
Yeah.
It's a really stylish scent. I love it.
Perfect. So we have a few questions coming in from a few Instagram followers. Are there any fragrance myths that you've heard of that just infuriate you?
Like, do you mean brands?
Brands or just information that's out there, like maybe you've seen a TikTok trend pop up or someone's told you something about fragrance. You're like, that is such incorrect information.
Not one that I really hate, but a fragrance, how to apply your fragrance or debunk something.
Yes, please.
Is don't spray it on your wrists and then rub your wrists together.
Okay.
So you shouldn't rub your wrists together because it crushes the top notes of the scent.
Right.
And the other one is like a lot of people sit there going, you know how some people are like, I can't smell my fragrance after an hour or something like that. That's because you're actually spraying it around your head and neck. Okay. So if you spray your fragrance below your neck, so around here, so I literally spray like twice on my heart, twice on my stomach, twice on each wrist.
Right.
And you are just, the smell is wafting upwards all day so that you can actually smell it the whole day. It's such a good, like ever since I discovered that, I'm like, oh, it's just, like, it really makes such a difference because our noses get overwhelmed with all of the scents and especially if you spray a lot around your head and neck because you're trying to smell it on yourself all day, you're just going to overwhelm your nose and it's going to stop smelling.
Right.
That's just what happens. That's how we're made.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the thing to do. Spray below the neck, heart, stomach, each wrist.
Yeah. And from a skin therapist point of view too, I do also let my clients know never to spray your neck itself, okay? Because what that will do over time is that denatured alcohol will actually cause a lot of pigmentation and erythema within the skin.
Yeah, I had a makeup artist who said that as well. Because she would do, like when an older woman came to her, they would actually have discoloured skin on their neck from all of the perfume that they'd sprayed there.
And look, it doesn't happen like, in your 20s or 30s, but it's something that happens continuously over time. That can...
Well, it's like age spots. Well, you wear sunscreen so you don't get age spots. So it's the same thing, but it's much more visible.
Yes, definitely. And the next question that came in, how do you translate an abstract concept or mood into a structured fragrance composition?
Whenever we start making a fragrance, we start with a mood board.
Oh, I love that.
We just get a whole bunch of like pictures and photos and inspiration that really, because what we're doing with every fragrance is we're creating a vibe. Like
Yes,
we're
of
creating a
course.
mood.
Yeah.
And you're creating the scent to go with that mood.
Yeah. So when you smell that scent, you're reminded of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can step immediately into that vibe. So, because everyone changes their scent with their mood. I mean, I do. Like, if I'm feeling a certain way, I'll wear a certain scent that day. If I'm wearing a certain outfit, I'll wear this scent. If I'm going on a date night, I'll wear this scent. If I'm, if you change it depending on occasion and how you feel.
Yes, exactly.
And so it's actually it's easier than you think to translate a mood into a scent, because scents, certain smells lend themselves to that kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're going for something fresh and daytime, then you're looking for clean scents, you're looking for citrus, you're looking for things that remind you of clean smelling things, like fresh linen or soap, or it's actually, it's one of those things that sounds really difficult to get, to go from inspiration to scent. But scent, I think if you were doing that with any other product, it might be difficult. But scent is a vibe, like it is the mood. You know what I mean? And that's what you're creating.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I love that. So before we go into some rapid fire questions, I just want you sort of to reiterate for people at home what they can do to, or even what they should be checking on labels even, to make sure that they're not getting a toxic ingredient within their perfumes or fragrances, laundry detergents, things like that.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to get it from the ingredients list.
No. But people need to know this because they don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, unless a fragrance company specifically states that they're clean, they're not.
Yes.
So, and if they are clean, then you should do your research and ask them what makes them clean. Unless they're very clear about what makes them clean, then they're not. Because there are some brands out there who say, yeah, we're clean and non-toxic, when I know for a fact that they don't know what toxic is.
Right.
Like they just, they're just not aware, and it's not in any of their scents or any of their marketing or any, I think people who know about it. So a brand like us, for example, we know what makes a perfume toxic, and we know what makes a fragrance toxic, and we don't include those things in our scents, and we're very clear about listing what those things are.
Okay.
So unless the brand that you're using is doing that, then they're using phthalates, they're using harmful synthetic masks. They just are, because that's the way perfumes have always been formulated. And unless they're being specifically asked not to use those things, that's what the perfumers are using.
Okay, perfect. I think that's nice and understandable. Like the general consumer would be able to read that and go, oh yeah, perfect. Like that sort of makes it a little bit clearer, because it can be so confusing. They've got no idea what they're looking for,
Yeah, exactly. I think, so unless a brand, it's not, you don't have to shout about it. It's not like they're shouting about it, but unless it's somewhere on there that's very clear that they're not a regular kind of traditional fragrance brand, then they're not clean.
Yeah, perfect. I love all the information that you shared today. I think it's a really important conversation to have, and there'll be so many people interested in this conversation. So thank you for that. But I think let's have a little bit of fun with these questions, right?
Okay, cool.
Rapid fire questions. What do you think is the best natural note to A, smell the nicest? Like what's your signature go-to? And then last the longest?
Sandalwood.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because sandalwood, it's not super woody. It actually, we use it to add like a creaminess to the fragrance, and it lasts such a long time. So it's all in the base of a lot of our fragrances.
Yeah, so that sort of covers both of that. Sandalwood because it smells the best and it lasts the longest.
Yeah. I mean there are a few others, but if I was to pick one, sandalwood.
What was the last beauty product that you purchased?
It's foundation.
A foundation. Yeah, perfect. And your last facial was, I know you mentioned it earlier.
Gosh, about a year ago.
What did you have done?
I used to get microdermabrasion done.
Okay. Yeah. Is your facialist still there, or is it just more like time pour?
It's just time pour. Yeah. Just making actual time. That's why this is such a nice surprise.
You should really do it for yourself.
I know.
It's amazing. When you're on the Gold Coast too, come on in and I'll treat you.
Oh, that'd be nice.
What are you currently using on your skin? Like, what is your facial routine or your skincare routine at home, start to finish in the morning? Like,
Okay, so
obviously
morning
cleansing.
is cleansing. Do you
Yeah.
want me to go through products?
Just, I guess, like cleanser, serum, moisturize, that sort of stuff.
Okay, so I use an edible beauty cleanser.
Oh, yeah. Is it the milky one?
It's the strawberry one.
Oh,
I know the
love
cream
that,
one.
yes.
Yeah, so I've been using that for a little while actually. I like that one. So cleanser in the morning, and then we are actually launching a new product, which is very exciting. So I use that next. It's a serum, but it's exfoliating,
Okay.
which is super exciting.
Yeah.
And then we've also got a face oil.
Yes, I have seen that.
It's called Vibrant Skin Face Oil, and that works as a vitamin A serum. So it's got bakuchiol in it, and 3 other natural sources of vitamin A.
So you can use it throughout the day.
Yes, you can use it throughout the day, exactly. So it doesn't make your skin sun sensitive and
Yeah.
it doesn't irritate your skin, but it's still working as a serum, but it's also calms inflammation, and it's super moisturizing as well.
Perfect.
So I just use that. So it's literally like the cleanser, the new product that we're launching, which is a serum but exfoliating hybrid, and our Vibrant Skin Face Oil.
Perfect.
And then for nighttime, I cleanse again. And then I use prescription retinol.
Okay, yeah.
And then I use our Vibrant Skin again, which is the same serum as in the morning, but I literally use like a whole dropper full, whereas in the morning I use like 3 drops. At night I use a whole dropper full. And then we have another face oil, which is ultra hydrating. It's called Super Greens.
Perfect.
And I seal it in with that.
Beautiful. And what about SPF?
Oh, SPF in the mornings?
Yeah.
I use, what's it called? Avocado zinc.
Oh, beautiful. The tinted or non-tinted?
Non-tinted.
Yeah, that's such a great product. Have you used the little multi-sticks?
I haven't.
You have to get them. Like, they're so phenomenal. They're these little, they've got concealers, they've got bronzers, but they've also got these little coloured sticks, so you can use them for lips, cheeks,
Yeah,
and
right.
eyes.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And they've got the SPF in them too, so
Yes.
it's extra protection.
Yeah, I haven't
I
tried
love
those
that
ones, but
routine.
just this SPF. Yeah, it's actually really simple, but honestly, I've been using that Vibrant Skin we've had it for 4 years now, I think. And it is just,
Oh, your skin's phenomenal.
yeah, it's the
Like,
best thing
have a
for
look
my
at it.
skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm old. I'm not young.
You are far from old, my dear.
No, I'm pretty old. You'd be surprised.
But your skin's like, you can see the bounce back in that. The collagen's phenomenal. Your elasticity is really great. You can tell that you've been using some good products. That bounce back on that forehead is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Nedahl, for coming in today. As I said, this is such an important conversation that many people want to hear and listen to. So I really appreciate you just coming in and sharing everything that's inside that beautiful little head of yours.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me. I always find it a pleasure to talk about these things because I think they're not talked about enough.
Yes, exactly. And for those that want to purchase the Recreation Beauty or maybe try a few of their scents, they are stocked in both Clean Beauty Market stores in Burleigh and in Bondi, but also online as well. One thing I must mention, you've got this little discovery set, which I love. So for those that don't really know what scent they want to use, purchase a discovery set. Honestly, it is the best thing. You get little sample sizes of all of the scents, and then that way you can also mix a few together and make your own signature scent.
Yeah, it's really nice because you can take them home and test them.
Yes.
Because I find like testing in the store, I just get so confused.
So
With
overwhelmed.
there's just so many perfumes,
Yeah,
and
because
then you run out of space.
Yes, but you sprayed them all in the air. They kind of all blend in together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to work out what's what.
No, exactly.